Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I've got to say, it's probably the first time I've ever interviewed an MMA fighter on IFL. We're normally a boxing channel, but majority boxing. But I'm delighted to be joined by Norbert Novenyi Jr. I hope I've said that correct.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Like I asked how you were before I pushed record, but I'm going to just ask the same question. How are you, and with things like everything, this lockdown, the quarantine? I mean, are you still training hard? You still doing your bit?
Yeah, luckily, I'm getting back to train now properly. You know, even when the gyms weren't open or like when I couldn't do anything really, I was just putting in the work. I was doing duathlons and just mad running and stuff like that. So this work never stopped. But now finally, I'm getting back to normal life-ish kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, ain't we all? Well, no, but there's a reason why I'm interviewing you on IFL TV. Derek Chisora posted a picture of him sparring somebody in the cage, and he's ready. And with a caption saying something along the lines of, I can't wait to fight in Bellator." Now, the person he was sparring in the cage was you. But before we talk about Derek Chisora and stuff like that, and how you think he's going to do in the cage from transitioning from boxing to MMA, just break down a brief history of sort of like your career and where you're from and stuff like that, just so the people watching this get to know a little bit about you.
Yeah, so originally, as you can hear from my accent, I'm from Hungary. I moved to England 2014. I was 14 years old. My mum was living here. My dad was in Hungary. I was living with him. My dad was into fighting. He won the Olympics in Greco-Roman wrestling in 1980. So obviously, I was always into fighting. I always had to fight. And I was staying with my dad because this was my dream to be a world champion fighter. And my mum moved out to England, and I'm like, I'm going to come out here. Worst case, I come here for a year. I learn like English. Do you get what I mean? My English is going to be better. But then I found London Shoot Fighters, you know, and we got some amazing guys here. And I'm like, I just fell in love with it. So I started training with them. And in 2018, I was still in college, my last year. Bellator did a show in Hungary, and they called my coaches if they wanted me to fight in the show. And I went there, I beat someone up, and luckily I got signed. And since then I've been fighting for Bellator. Yeah.
Well, you beat somebody up. You're undefeated as a professional. You're 4-0 in the MMA, so you're doing everything right so far.
Well, I have the right team around me. To be fair, my coaches are just amazing. They know everything about fighting. I've got amazing teammates like Michael Page, Michael Shipman, Jim Warhead, John Hathaway. We just massive names and people you can just learn from all the time. So yeah, I'm blessed to have the people around me. Yeah.
I've got to say, no, but you're saying that you can tell by your accent. It sounds like you've got a London accent to me, to be honest.
Yeah, nah, I'm trying really hard. That's why.
Well, you speak better English than me, mate, so don't worry about that. Now, I do want to continue to talk more about yourself, but I just want to go straight to that Derek Chisora post that he said that he's going to transition to Bellator and stuff like that. Now, you've obviously sparred with him in the cage. Be honest with me, Norbert, how well, and we all know Derek can fight, but it's different from boxing, taking leg kicks, takedowns, jiu-jitsu, wrestling. I mean, how did he do in that spar against you?
I mean, Derek is just a beast in every way. He's a natural in everything. Like I've been doing boxing rounds with him. We've been sparring. My coach has been coaching him for some time now, for his boxing fights. As I said, my coaches are amazing. They know everything about boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, whatever you want to, you know, all this combat sport and everything really. And yeah, he's just a beast in every way. Like, yeah, I'm 100% sure he's going to do really well in the cage and in the ring, you know. So yeah, I can't wait to see him.
But obviously, like I said to you, we've seen loads of boxers and MMA fighters transition to different sports. We've seen the MMA guys come to boxing, it doesn't work out. We've seen boxing guys go to MMA, it doesn't work out. Now, why do you think Derek can sort of be that sort of that X factor that makes that transition and does well?
Well, because he's at the right team. That's why. He's got the right people around him. He's got the right people around him. That's why. I'm 100% sure. I'm 100% sure he's going to do well because of that. And also because, as I said, he's a beast. you know, some people, you know, you just look at them and it's like they're good fighters, whatever. But then when you get in the ring or the cage with him, you know, you can tell there's something else in him. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
You're a middleweight. Derek Chisora's a
Yeah.
heavyweight. I mean, did he have? Did you guess? He didn't have his own way in that cage, did he? Did you put up a fight with him?
Well, in boxing and MMA middleweight is a bit different. So I'd say maybe I'm a cruiserweight in boxing.
All right. Okay.
I say, or maybe I could be a very big light heavyweight, one of those two. So I'm not too small, but Derek is big. Like he's a big boy. So he's hard work. I'm not gonna lie. He's, you know, yeah.
I want to say, like, Ryan Bader is the heavyweight world champion.
Yeah.
Derek hasn't become a world champion in the boxing game yet, shall we say. Who knows what can happen in boxing? Like, boxing's a crazy sport, the same as MMA. Can he do it? Can he beat somebody like Ryan Bader in that cage? I presume that Ryan Bader is still the heavyweight champion, right?
Yeah, he is. So if he puts in the work and does what my coaches tell him to do, then I have no doubt. Yeah.
No, but for yourself, I mean, you mentioned your dad was Olympic gold medalist in Roman Greco wrestling. What's your background? I know MMA guys always have like a background, like Conor McGregor's boxing. I think some guys are like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Some guys are wrestling.
Yeah.
What is your fundamental background? What do you do best?
Well, people always ask me because I've got a weird style. Like I do a lot of wrestling, but I've got all this like hands point kickboxing style standing up, and that's when I say that I'm full package. Like there's no such thing for me as a favorite style. You know, when I fight someone who's a striker, I take them down, I beat them up there. If I fight someone who's a wrestler, I beat them up standing up. And if they're good everywhere, I'm just gonna beat them up everywhere. So it is what it is. Do you get what I mean?
Let's go for it then. Have you sparred Derek just boxing, just 100% boxing?
Yeah.
How well did you do? How well did you do?
Well, that's a secret, isn't it? There is a secret. That belongs in the gym. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. You're not letting anyone know.
One of those things. No.
You could have just lied and bigged yourself out and said, "Yeah, I knocked Derek out," you know.
Yeah, but what happens in the gym stays in the gym. It's one of those things. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but he's a monster. Like he's a monster.
Yeah, well, I've met Derek a couple of times. I've not sparred him, that's for sure. But I've seen him fight on numerous occasions. I would never even attempt to spar something like Derek Chisora, to be honest with you. Not a chance. But
to me, it's like a privilege. Like to these guys, I'm anytime someone a name comes in the gym or whatever, I'm like, I want to spar them. I want to see where I'm at. Do you get what I mean? So for me to train with someone like Derek is just a privilege. And as I said, that's why I'm so blessed with the people around me. So yeah.
You mentioned that you've got Michael Venom Page in a part of your team. Now we've seen Michael make that transition into boxing. Is it an ambition of yours, a dream of yours, or something that you're thinking about? I mean, you're only 20 years old. Is it something that maybe when you've became like a world champion or whatever in the MMA world, you think to yourself, I fancy a new challenge? Is boxing, do you think you'll ever take that transition into boxing?
100%. As I said, my coach is amazing. So there's a reason why he trains Derek as well. He's got very good brain for everything really, but his boxing is really good as well. And if I have him around me for the rest of my MMA career, I'm 100% sure the transition to boxing is going to be easy. So yeah. I just want to be the greatest, to be fair. And if I have to beat people up in every sport, I'm going to try to do that.
That's the right attitude to have. I mean, like I said to you, you're only 20 years old. You're young. You're undefeated.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, looking into the future, well, not so much with this lockdown and stuff like that, the world's your oyster.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're beating everyone that's out in front of you. You're doing all the right things. You're building a sort of fan base. I mean, you've got Derek Chisora wanting to come and spar you. I mean, come on, you must be happy.
Listen, since I was a kid, I've been putting in the work, and I've made a lot of sacrifice in a way. Like I moved from Hungary to England just in order to be where I want to be and to be who I want to be. So it is hard, and I've got loads of work to do. I've got a long way to go. I'm 100% sure that I'm going to get there. And, you know, all I need to do is just put in the work and listen to the people around me.
Again, I'm predominantly boxing. I love my boxing. I do dip in and out of MMA, whether it be Bellator or UFC and stuff like that. But for you right now, like, which is is it a dream for people to fight in Bellator or UFC? What's the difference between the two companies?
Both.
Is there a difference?
So yeah, so these are the two biggest like companies. So it's like one is Coca-Cola, the other one is Pepsi-Cola. Do you get what I mean? So it's big competition
Perfect
between the
analogy for
two.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect analogy for me. Yep, I like it.
So it's one of those things, and to be at this organization at 20, and to be fair, I'm gonna sound very salty now, yeah, because there are other people who are fairly young and in these like big organizations, but they're not on the same level. And I don't want to be disrespectful. I am being disrespectful, but I don't want to be. But they're not on the same level as me. Do you get what I mean? I just know when I see them, I'm like, you shouldn't be here, kind of. Do you get what I mean? And there's one guy in a very big other organization, which is like ONE FC. He was young and he's a title holder there, and he's the only person who's young. And I'm like, yeah, you deserve to be there. But the rest of the young guys, I'm like, I'm looking at them and just, I don't see anything really. But it's a really big thing to be at that level. Yeah.
You haven't fought since September, I believe. You know what I mean? It's a long time out of the cage. It's now June. Have you spoke to anybody within the organisation of Bellator or anything along them lines where to the fact that you might get a fight date soon? We've seen the UFC have put fight cards on, or Bellator hoping to do the same.
Yeah, so it's so complicated for me, and it's really hard as well because firstly, that fight was really, there were 13,000 people, all Irish. Everyone, the guy I was fighting was Irish. So everyone was like against me. And when 13,000 people are there, it's amazing. Do you get what I mean? And
Even when they are booing you.
Yeah, oh, even better. I fought in Hungary. They were like 8,000 people, something like that. And they were like cheering for me. Nowhere near as good as booing. Because when you get the boo and when you beat someone up, and it's like, boo me now. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. But now it's like, yeah, I just wanted to get back straight away because I had like a high for like a month after, and then I just couldn't get a fight, unfortunately. Like, to be fair, it's not really unfortunate because everything happened for a reason. I had a few injuries that would have been hard to fight with them, but it was a bit annoying. And then when I was hoping to get a fight, this coronavirus came in. So now I don't even know when I'm going to fight because Bellator's going to. They said they're going to put on shows from July in the States. So will I be able to fly out to the States? Or do you get what I mean? I want to have one fight this summer and maybe another one at the end of the year. But yeah, it's hard. It's complicated. But it's hard for everyone, unfortunately.
Well, like I say, fingers crossed we can get there's some light at the end of this tunnel. I know like some boxers are starting camp now and stuff like that along them lines. Yeah. I know boxers coming back in June, but by the time it comes to the end of the summer, start of autumn, hopefully things are starting to open up a little bit. But no, but for you, are you a boxing fan as well as a MMA fan?
Yeah, 100%. Nah, I watch every combat sport. I get a lot of my stuff from. So, for example, for me, Willie Pep, I watch him all the time.
Defensive.
Like, I'm into my old school stuff as well. Don't get me wrong, like Willie Pep and obviously Ali. Like, but now my coach actually introduced me to. I don't want to say. I forgot his first name. Jaron Ennis.
Oh, Jaron Ennis, yeah, the American boy. Yeah, he's very good.
He's amazing. And obviously Lomachenko. So I watch these guys all the time. Don't get me wrong. I need to watch all of these guys. I need to steal from wrestlers. I need to steal from jiu-jitsu guys, from boxers. Do you get what I mean? So I need to watch them. Yeah, I mean, I'm into my boxing.
Well, you mentioned Lomachenko there. Lomachenko's good friends with Alexander Usyk. Now, Derek Chisora was due to face Usyk. Now, everyone is like, Usyk is undisputed cruiserweight world champion, stepped up to heavyweight. Everyone's like, right, this is it. Now the game's going to get going because Usyk is an absolute animal. He's a psychopath. He's got that. The fans love him. But for you, obviously, you're friends with Derek. But I've got to ask you this question. How do you see that fight going when it happens?
Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of Usyk as well. But I believe Derek would get him. I mean, as I said again, Derek is a beast, and he's got the right team around him now. He's got the right people around him, and I'm sure that because of that, he's going to get to the top, even against someone with Usyk. Do you get what I mean? And I don't think there's that much of a difference. I mean, Usyk is really good, whatever, but I think Derek can get to him. I think Derek can knock him out. Yeah, I believe that.
Bold statement there, no, but like I say, it's boxing. We've seen it with Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So crazy things can happen in boxing, the same as
But
MMA.
in every combat sport, it's part of the sport. That's the beauty of it. You know, that's why you're nervous. You know, when you go out and it's like, am I gonna get knocked out? Like even I've got this. Like everyone's got these feelings that am I gonna get knocked out? What if I get knocked out? It's part of it. Do you get what I mean? But I think Dave's got that mentality to put that aside and to to ready to. Yeah, I reckon it would be an amazing fight. And I would love to watch it. But if Derek wants to go into MMA before, I want to watch that as well. So
So do I.
whichever he wants to do, yeah,
So I would love. I don't know why, but I actually love the thought of the madman that is Derek Chisora stepping into the cage. I mean, if anyone's crazy enough, I know we've seen it before. We've seen it before with boxers and MMA guys making that transition. But with Derek, I don't
well
know.
even rugby guys, because even James Haskell, he got signed to Bellator and he's training with us as well. So
Is he?
he chose the right. Yeah. So
I might
so we
come
got.
down to London. I might come down to London and train with you. You might get me a fight with
I'm
Bellator.
telling you, we're on a different level. It's a different. As I said, my coaching and the guys are just brilliant. So yeah, if anyone wants to have the best coaching you can get, just come down to London and shoot.
Well, next time I'm in London, I'm going to pop my head in. I'll pop my head in and
Yeah,
see what's
you're
what.
always welcome. You're always welcome.
Good, man. I appreciate that. No, but finally, before I let you go, a couple of days ago, it was announced by Big Tyson Fury himself, and Eddie Hearn mentioned it as well, that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury look to be fighting in 2021. Now, you said you're a boxing fan. I mean, again, I
Yeah.
want to get your opinion. What's your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, Tyson Fury is just a genius. You know, like his footwork and movement for someone who's that big. Yeah, I just can't wait to see that fight. I love watching Tyson Fury. He's just amazing. Not only for his size, just normally as well, but for his size, it's mad. Like he's a genius. So yeah, love to see him. You know, but again, Josh has got that power. So you've seen what he done to Klitschko as well. So
Exactly.
as you said, anything can happen. But yeah, I'm really big fan of Tyson Fury. So yeah,
Have you got a winner in that fight?
I think Tyson Fury. Yeah. Well, whoever's best, like may the best man win. So
Definitely.
big fight. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. But obviously, I'm a huge boxing fan, so I'm definitely going to watch it. No, but we've actually seen Tyson Fury toy with the idea of stepping into the cage. Do you think he should come down to London, shoot, and maybe train with you if he ever makes that transition?
Well, if he wants to, he's always welcome. He can steal some stuff from me. I can steal some stuff from him. It would be great. Yeah.
You think he can do it though, Tyson, same along with Chisora?
I don't know. It's one of those things that you need to find out. But yeah, it is great to see these guys transferring to MMA because England is more boxing based as a country. Do you get what I mean? So people still think that MMA, like they call MMA UFC because they've got that idea. And in America, you go out and like I fight in Bellator, and everyone's like, "Wow, we watch Bellator all the time." Here, people don't really know that yet. Do you get what I mean? It's mainly boxing. So if these guys are coming to MMA and bringing the views, do you get what I mean? I'm just happy because my payday is going to be better. So
It's
I'm
bringing
happy
more,
about that.
like you said, there's bringing more eyes and more fans to the sport.
Yeah, and people will understand it more because still a lot of people they think it's just idiots beating each other up, and there's so much technique behind it. When people call the boxing street science, MMA's you can add even more science to it, I reckon. So yeah,
Some science I don't
I'm just happy.
understand.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Combat is a great thing. Everyone thinks combat is just two people beating the crap out of each other, and there's a lot of IQ and brain behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Finally, Norbert, again, I appreciate your time, taking your time out to speak to me. But for yourself, what's your ambitions for the next 365 days next year, 2021? Can we see you with a World Championship strap around your waist?
Well, not in the next year because I've still got a long way to go. As I said, this year I want to get a few more fights, maybe two if I'm lucky. But at the end of the day, you will see me with the world title without a doubt. Maybe even more than one. We'll see. But I will have a world title around my waist.
Multiple weight world champion?
Pardon?
Multiple weight world champion, is that what you?
Multiple weight, multiple sport.
There we go.
You'll see me. You'll see me everywhere. Trust.
But I believe you. I believe you. No, but since I've
Thank you.
spoken to you, mate, I'm going to start following your career. I'm going to start dipping
I
into
appreciate that.
Bellator and
Thank
having a
you.
look. So, like, you're more than welcome to come on this channel whenever you want to talk
I
about a fight
appreciate
or
that.
whatever, and I'll be more than happy to accommodate you. But again, thank you so much for giving me an insight into MMA. Since I'm a boxing
Thank you for
fan.
having me.
Anytime,
Thank
man.
you.
You stay safe, and I'll speak to you soon.
You too.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.